Hey, welcome back. I made brownies yesterday, and I just ate one. I guess I was thinking when I was at the store, like, I got 3 days off for vacation. What am I gonna do? I don't know. Make brownies. So I made brownies. I guess it's better than not making brownies, but it's still just like nothing. Okay, we gotta buy some good stuff here. I'll take all your mushrooms. Pick me ups. Sure. How much are those? They're not very expensive. I don't know what that does, but I'll buy one. Oh, I'm full. But I think I want both of these, so I'm gonna buy them. Jump attacks, I don't know, I don't care about that. Prevents poison, that's pretty good. These are expensive. Whoa. That's it? I was gonna talk about politics today. I'll try to get all my politics notes out of the way in one day. Can he use the hammer? No. But I don't think I want to sell that. How do I get up there? Oh, maybe I go up here. Do I have any of those flower things? No. Oh, I should have been using those. I was listening to, I don't know if I mentioned this. I don't really listen to it that much. I don't think it's a very good podcast, but it's called The Purple Principle. It's supposed to be a political, independent podcast about why everything's so partisan now and what's like the solution. And I've been thinking about Washington, D.C. I don't know why, but I've been thinking about it, like, well, if the Democrats get control of all the senates and whatever, will they make Washington, D.C. a state? It's complicated, but I think the answer is probably not. Depends how many senators they get, kind of. What does this do? Wait, no. I think the basic idea is if they get more than if they get 50 and they get the vice president as a tiebreaker, they could make Washington, D.C. a state if they get rid of the filibuster thing, which I don't think anybody really wants to do. With the filibuster, you need 60 votes, which they'll never get. Did I take his treasure? Whoops. Yeah, I took him, sorry. Left, straight, right. I should write that down. Four paths, left, straight, right. The thing that bothers me about politics, and I guess it's always been this way, nobody wants to compromise at all. What happens is the Republicans have the majority, so they try to get their stuff done. And then the Democrats just wait until they get a majority, and then they'll do their stuff. But that's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to be like Republicans have their stuff they want to get done, Democrats have their stuff, and then they kind of compromise and say... So the Washington, D.C. thing is a good example, because Democrats want it to be a state, because they'll get 2 more senators. Republicans want it to not be a state, and their compromise is, oh, let's make it part of Maryland. There's this guy. So Washington, D.C. has a representative, but he doesn't get to vote in Congress. So 700,000 people live in Washington, D.C., and they don't get represented in Congress at all, which seems wrong, doesn't it? There's people in America who aren't being represented by their government. They just have to do what everybody else wants them to do. Boop, 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 boop. So this guy came up with the compromise, like, well, we'll make we'll call it Douglas County, and it'll be part of Maryland, but they'll get like 2 representatives or something, but no senators, but they won't be a state, but they'll have representatives who can vote in Congress. No, get rid of this. But it's never going to happen, because it's not exactly what the Democrats want, and it's not exactly what the Republicans want. So if you're a Democrat, you're just like, well, I'll just wait until we have enough senators to make it a state, and then we'll do that. And in the meantime, 700,000 people are not able to be represented. So Democrats bad, Republicans bad. There you go. That's the problem with getting rid of that 60 vote thing is, well, somebody's going to have a majority, so we'll just wait till we have a majority, and then we'll get our stuff done. But it's good when you need a super majority, like 60 votes, because that might never happen. We might never get 60 senators, so we have to work with the other people, and maybe we might not get exactly what we want, but otherwise nothing will ever get done. But that's not how it works. So, what's my other note? I was thinking about... I didn't write this down, but... we did seem like we used to understand that. I'm not an expert in history. But I do remember a little bit from grade school, like when we were creating states, when we bought like the Louisiana Purchase and stuff, people were having the same thoughts as they would have now. They were thinking, well, wait a minute, if we make all these states... oops, he's dead. I wasn't paying attention. I might have to run. Let's just run. Can we run? Sorry, Mario. I just left him there. He's dead. I always kind of make fun of Henry Clay for his compromises. But they're better than anything we have now. And was he the one who was like, well, we'll divide Missouri up by like the 23rd parallel, and then we'll create Oklahoma so that Missouri will vote with the Democrats and Oklahoma will vote with the Republicans, and it's fair. I don't know. Washington, D.C. doesn't seem fair that they don't have representatives, right? So if we lived in 1860, and the Congress in 1860 wasn't perfect, so I'm not saying that. I don't know. I guess we're doing the best we can. Oh, they keep coming. The wigglers start coming and they don't stop coming. Ah, you tricked me. Where do they get these names from? Amanita. Amanita mushroom. I don't know how these people do it who they watch news all the time, like political news. It must be so frustrating. I guess that's why people are so angry. And why I just think it's better to just try to stay informed, but don't really listen to like all these opinion shows and stuff. They're not news. Just try to watch the news, I guess. Just say like, I downloaded this AP News app, which is okay. It still seems a little bit kind of left, like liberal, partisan-y. They'll take shots at the president, which, I mean, he deserves, I think, but they do seem better. It's just like trying to report the news, not trying to do any partisan stuff. But if you were a super Democrat and you were watching the stuff happening, it's hard. It's like they view it like sports. Like, I'm a Democrat and this is my team. But it must be so frustrating for that, because it would be like if you're watching football and there are no refs, and the players are the revs. And whoever has the most points gets to change the rules, I guess. I don't know. It's a game of refs, where the refs can change the rules while they're playing. And they can just kind of make it up. It's like watching kids play games, and they're like, oh, I have a shield, you can't hit me, but I have a shield breaking thing, and it's just like, you guys are idiots. If there's no rules, then it's not fun. The reason why watching football is fun, because there are rules. And when you lose, you lose. And when you win, you win. So that's why I don't like to watch politics stuff. But it's hard. It's like you're supposed to stay informed. You're supposed to watch the news. But everything is terrible. I mean, just don't watch cable news ever, pretty much. And I'm sure there are some cable news that are okay, where some shows, like on CNN or Fox News, where they try to just tell you what's happening and not like those terrible, who's the guy, Hannity or whatever, who's like, Obama wore a gray suit, so he should be impeached. Trump colluded with Russia, but like it's okay because I like him. Don't watch those shows. Even the late night shows are, I don't know. I don't really watch them too much. Because it's good if you're feeling stressed. About politics and stuff, I would say don't watch any political news for like a month, and then start to ease back into only news stuff. I think the AP News is pretty okay. So just read articles like on AP News, and then if you still feel stressed, you can watch some comedy stuff if you want to make you feel better about it, but not too much. So that's what you can do. I guess. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.